it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We are focusing in on a very important topic and zooming in on how to restore self-respect after you have been hurt, annihilated, destroyed emotionally, physically, or financially in a relationship with a narcissist. Someone who has betrayed you, someone who has used a lot of defense mechanisms to project a lot of criticism, judgment, erroneous, false accusations, perhaps have caused a ripping out of your self-esteem, your mentality, your focus, your stability, your security. They've caused your life purpose to be shut down. They have caused your internal sense of desire, your dreams to be snuffed out. They've taken away your life energy, the quote-unquote energy vampires, as a lot of people like to say. Someone who has created an idealized sense or importance or bigger than life, basically the smudge of Vaseline on the glasses. They have caused you to not see things clearly. They have created a overperception of their needs, and oftentimes in a negative, critical manner, which you then have felt or have caused and gotten under the belt, under the solar plexus, and are now really kind of part of who you feel you are. And it's becoming a kind of a chink in the armor. You're feeling a sense of being damaged from this person. You're feeling a sense of like there's a scratch in the record of you for who might have been in the old school days where there was records, and you'd have the with a needle, and then if there was a scratch, it would make a lot of cracking and popping and strange sounds, and you couldn't hear clearly. And likewise, it's the same thing with a scratch on a CD or an MP3 player where you have a virus and it's you can't hear messages clearly. You're not able to hear others clearly. You're not able to receive information in a way that doesn't have kind of a tinge or an overcast of feeling hurt or fearful or self-criticism, or really just a base root feeling of fear. This can present in social anxiety. It can rear its head in personal relationships where it just creates a wedge, a devise, a rift in personal relationships. And then oftentimes this can become so severe that it causes people to become so depressed. They've learned so much hopelessness that they want to give up. They want to surrender. They feel that their life is no longer worth it. The damage is too great. It's too pervasive. How do I heal beyond it? How do I restore a sense of self-trust, self-belief, self-security, and really begin to get in touch with that in a very pure, organic, very committed, and consistent basis, so I can then tap into that and really heal beyond the wounds that have been inflicted from a narcissist type of individual. And as we see, the wounds can be really pervasive in many levels: physical, social, spiritual, financial, physical, really all areas of your life. It really can permeate many, many layers, and it can really, almost as a foundation, really infect many areas of your life. From the job that you choose, to the relationships that you seek or feel comfortable with, to how high or how far you go in your career, to how far you back yourself up, to the state of self-belief that you back up your talents, that you say, yes, I am good enough. Yes, I do deserve to talk to this person. Yes, I do deserve to go this far. Yes, I do deserve to take that class. Yes, I do deserve to take that vacation. Yes, I do deserve to eat that food. I do deserve to be able to take in that entertainment. It really is very powerful. The impact of our self-belief, and as well as the disbelief in us that can be projected as part of a vision from a narcissist. And how do you really heal from that? Well, realize that I really kind of liken it to kind of like a hit and run, where this person was in your life momentarily at an intersection, during the highway, during a certain course in roads where you're driving parallel to this person, or you were in a lane with this individual and they came out of their lane. Basically, they crossed their boundaries. They took on, consciously or unconsciously, an act of vengeance, an act of retaliation, an act of anger to really sort of inflict injury onto you, your vehicle, your experience. So it really is like being in an accident. It's being in like a soul accident. It's being wounded, and it's very difficult to quantitate this. Except if you look at the things that people say and how they feel, and then look at their behaviors, I think there's something very real to this. And so once this has occurred, how do you first of all, you don't if you can go out and make shake hands and make friends with the perpetrator or the violator, and they're able to work with you and say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't, this was a total accident. I didn't mean this to happen. I wasn't looking. I was looking at my phone. It was raining. Another lane was merging that made me do this, or, this is what happened and I take ownership for this. And, what can I do to make it better now? How can I heal this? Then you feel a little bit better and you say, oh, okay, a car is just a car. I can buy another one. Thank God I can still walk. I can still talk. It shook me up, but thank you so much. And that person might, give you their number or give you a hug, or, something of that. They might have the empathy, and then to really kind of feel what you felt and apologize for it. And then, or say, if part of it was your fault, or, I was to blame also. Oh my God, I didn't see that and I had to swerve. And, you exchange stories, you exchange experiences, and, you file the report, you start getting the damage repaired, you beat out the dents, you replace the bumper, you replace the door, the car might be totaled, you might need to get a new car. So there's all different levels of spectrum of injury is what I'm getting to. And so in order to really kind of heal through, you have to assess for yourself, or with the help of a professional, determine to what degree the injury is for you that you're experiencing. And, and you can also determine that hit and run. Did the person just flee the scene? Are they gone? Are they able to talk to you about it? Do they have empathy? Do they take ownership for the hurts? Are they open to conversation? Are they, open to righting the wrongs? Giving balance where balance is due, justice where justice is due. Are they able to say, let me pay for your car, or my insurance, quote unquote, will pay for your car. It's on me. Are they willing to make amends? Are they willing to work for justice? Are they willing to give you, and a lot of people say, well, how can you put a price tag on that? Well, we're talking in a spectrum, and we're talking realistically here, and we're talking for you, to get an assessment of where things are at, so that you can realize what needs to be done for you to get back into that new shiny vehicle. And if you were so shaken up, or you had lost so much in that, and then your insurance didn't, make good on it, so to speak, this other person didn't make good, they try to get out of the deal. They're going to try to use a scam explanation, try to refute your evidence. They're not going to, and if anything, they might give you one little crumb and basically say, that's it, you have this consolation, then don't continue to do business with a sham driver. In other words, if this person is trying to squeeze you out, is not trying to make you whole, if they know basically that, this crime was done, this theft of your soul, this theft of your security, you know what I'm talking about, once this has occurred, and you can realistically assess where this person is at within their empathy, within their ability to, right the wrongs. And if they cannot, then you just have to say, what, that was a hit and run. That's who this person is. It's not going to I'm not going to let that past event or that one person now taint and affect every aspect of my life right now, because I'm going to get into a new vehicle, with a new perspective, with working parts. And that might have been, a nostalgic vehicle, or a lot, of my time, and run with me with the analogy here. But, the main thing is to get, the tires where the rubber meets the road. Basically, what is my traction now? How can I handle the storms, the rain, the blazing heat, the snow, the ice, the oil, the rocks in the road. How resilient am I going to be? How adaptable am I going to be? Because that's really the test. So if you have to adapt and become resilient, and you have to say, you know what, you're right. That was a hit and run. What's done is done. I can still drive. I still have my driver's license. I can still, my key is in the ignition. I know how to drive. I know how to obey the rules of the road. I've learned a lesson from that. I'm, not going to drive at this time of day or this time of night or under this influence or in these conditions. I'm not going to flood my car. I know how to drive safely now. And yes, things happen, and maybe that's not always the best analogy, but what I'm trying to give you to understand is more to pay attention to the skill of you still knowing how to drive. You still have what it takes. You still need to rechart your destiny now. You need to relay the map and get that vision moving forward, because it is in the I am and the I wants and the desires and realizing what circumstances to stay away from and say, okay, if this is damaged, then I'm going to replace this. I'm not going to be driving around in a beater. I'm not going to be, thumping along where my car is going to just, falter at the side of the road. I'm going to now refuel myself with the working parts, the tools, the mechanisms, the fuel that I need, the emotional fuel, physical fuel, my daily practices, which all combine into kind of the vehicle that takes us through life. And I'm going to now allow that to take me where I want to go. So I'm going to get the new blueprint out, the new map, and really, get myself restored and really remember the fact that I still can drive, I still can direct my life and take myself to the places, the people, the emotions, the experiences that I want, I deserve, and that will validate me so I'm in my strongest security within myself and I'm enjoying the ride as well. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.